Minecraft is filled with naturally generating structures, and some are easier to find than others. They all have their unique uses and features, and some can even be made into temporary homes. Also, if you want to save me and my Minecraft dog from this creeper, then drop a like and hit that red subscribe button. It's free and it makes these videos possible. Let's take a look at the top 10 rarest structures in Minecraft. Number 10. Pillager Outposts. Pillager Outposts are semi-rare structures that generate every few hundred to few thousand blocks. It's the main place where you will find pillagers, and if you kill this guy with the banner, you will obtain the Bad Omen effect, which is used for starting village raids. You can only find them in the following biomes, which makes them even rarer. Number 9. Dungeons. This is a classic naturally generating structure in the game. In fact, did you know that this was the very first structure that Notch added? Hey, another fun fact, if you turn off generate structures when you create your world, dungeons will still spawn. But they aren't exactly easy to find, and you're going to have to wander through a lot of caves endlessly in order to finally stumble across one. Number 8. Fossils. Fossils generate a lot, but what makes them so rare is how they generate surrounded by other blocks. It's very difficult to find them not buried, and if you are interested in finding one, you need to search between the levels y equals 40 and y equals 49. You can also find them in the Nether, where they are slightly easier to come across. Number 7. Igloos. Igloos are structures found in snowy biomes with a 50% chance of generating with a basement. To access this basement, you'll have to break this piece of carpet. Oh, and if you see that, then it means there is no basement. There we go. Down here we have a brewing stand, a loot chest, and the party trick with igloos are the villager and zombie villager down here. This miniature lab will always have a golden apple and a splash potion of weakness, so that you can cure the zombie villager. Number 6. Witch huts. Witches' huts spawn isolated in swamp biomes. A very lonely witch lives here with her cat, and there isn't really any real loot besides a crafting table, a cauldron, and a plant pot. Pretty sad loot if you ask me, but they are quite useful for making witch farms, since this chunk that the witch's farm is sitting on is a spawn chunk for witches. Number 5. Nether fortresses. The first structure on this list that is not in the overworld, nether fortresses are absolutely massive structures which spawn in a 432 by 432 block area. That is ridiculous compared to other structures in the game, and it is currently the biggest structure that exists in Minecraft. Despite being hard to miss, they are actually quite hard to find nowadays, especially since the Nether update, which took this and turned it into this. But if you want horse armor or saddles, then this is the place to go, as they have the best loot rates for horse armor or saddles of anything in the game. Probably the very last structure that every player finds in Minecraft is an end ship. This is not to be confused with an end city, which is already rare enough. To find an end ship, you will first need to defeat the ender dragon and then throw an ender pearl into the end gateway, a portal which activates once the dragon is dead. It will take you to the outer islands of the end, and now you have the job of finding an end city. These structures are rare and painful to find, but it's worth it in order to get a hold of an elytra so that you can fly around. Number 3. Jungle temples. Jungle temples are notable for how rare they are, and while they are not the rarest structure in the game, rank 3 is a sensible place to put them. Besides only spawning in the quite rare jungle biome, more often than not they will sit deep in the heart of the jungle, surrounded by massive trees and overgrown bushes. As you can imagine, this makes spotting one from a distance quite a task. The job of finding one becomes a lot easier with fireworks and an elytra, but it is still a very rare structure in Minecraft. Number 2. Woodland mansions. Now we're getting into the very rare structures. I'm sure some of you expected woodland mansions to be rank 1, but we'll get to that. These huge structures are home to Vindicators, the axe-holding maniacs, and evokers, the magical pillagers which drop the totem of undying. Woodland mansions are so rare that you can expect to travel anywhere from 10,000 to 25,000 blocks away from spawn in order to find one. While they aren't the number 1 rarest, I would consider them the most difficult structure to find in the game, because finding one involves obtaining a Woodland Explorer map from a villager and then going on a very long expedition. Number 1. Strongholds. Strongholds are the single rarest structure in Minecraft. These stone brick tunnel systems, which are home to the end portal, can only generate up to 128 times per world. You most likely found the closest stronghold to your world spawn, but did you know that they actually generate in rings around the spawn point, which extends out to 25,000 blocks? This means that the game will not generate any more strongholds after 25,000 blocks, and with a limit of 128 strongholds per world, these are easily the rarest structures in the game. By comparison, in a 30 million by 30 million block world, you could safely estimate between 1.5 million and 2.5 million woodland mansions will spawn, since they aren't limited the way that strongholds are to a 25,000 block radius from spawn. With that being said, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.